Hello everyone, welcome to my channel The Financopedia and you are with me Shayan Chatterjee. So as I promised you before that I'm going to start from the very beginning of the commerce, so I choose as a topic for today the types of businesses. If I tell you in short, there are mainly four types of businesses in the list: the sole proprietorship, the partnership firm, the private limited company, and the public limited company. And there are also one type of business in the list, that is LLP, limited liability partnership. As in this video, I'm going to cover the two types of businesses, mainly the sole proprietorship and the partnership firm. So let's begin. To understand these two types of businesses, I like to tell you a short story. A short story about a person whose name is maybe, let's say, Mr. X, and this is a totally fantasy story. You don't really have to remember anything from this story. So just focus on my word and stay with me. Mr. X wants to start his own business. Let's just say he was wants to open his own street shop, and he have maybe 1 or 2 crore for the initial capital, and that is enough for open a sweet shop. So he opened it. He invested the total capital for to purchase a land, then build the building. Build the store, and buy some furnitures and etc. etc. Now, just tell me one thing. For this case of business, who is the real owner of the business? Mr. X, obviously, because he invested the total capital, he construct the business. So, this kind of businesses is called the sole proprietorship businesses. After a few months that the business got a huge success, the people of their locality is quite known to that sweet shop, and it was a huge profitable business. So Mr. X decided to spread his business in some other localities. Now, for spreading his business, he needs a more capital to open more branches of his shop. Now he have the two option to raise the capital. Maybe say he needs more 10 crore rupees to more 2 or 3 more branches, and he just have 2 crore in his pocket. So there is a deficit of 8 crore. So there is two ways to that Mr. X could raise his capital. And the option one is took a loan from bank, but bank loan comes with a huge rate of interest, and he have to pay the whole interest. In fact, the business is not profitable, and he also bear the whole interest rate after the liquidation of his business. So it was a risky factor. Now, instead of taking any loan from any bank, he decided to spread his ownership. See, he just goes to his maybe to his friends group and tell them to be his partner. Be his partner. Just follow my words. I said be his partner. So he goes to his group of friends and tell them to be his partner. Now, four of his friends is interested to be a partner of his business. Now, all four of them invested 2 crore each. So, the 2 into 4 is 8 crore, and Mr. X gave more 2 crore, and its total capital is now 10 crore. So, the deficit is fulfilled. Now, just tell me one thing. In case the business is not gone well and he's not able to give any kind of profit, if Mr. X is liable to pay any kind of amount to his friends, that is now his partners, a big no. Is there any kind of interest comes with the partners? Obviously no, because the other partners get the share of profit, the share that he invested, share of that he is invested. So there is no liability on that. The partners give funds, I can say the partners become the asset of the company. Now just let me ask you one thing. Now, who is the owner of the business now? Mr. X alone? No. Mr. X with his four friends. They all the five members of that partnership did is now the owner of the business. So these kind of businesses are called the partnership firm. Now the other part of story is if Mr. X wants to spread his business to more, so then he needs more capital. And how could he arrange that much capital? Now it's time to include the private limited company in our story. Before understanding the private limited and the public limited portion, basically the limited portion, you have to understand some more topics that I'm going to follow in my next video. So stay with me and subscribe to my channel, The Finance of India. Thank you very much. Bye bye.